For more than a decade, the BGK family has been a champion of dreams. It's the dreams of those who work for a better tomorrow that drive us to reach our greatest potential. We are here to support our kingdom partners, their families, their ministries, and our communities.
Did you know that online streaming is becoming the most powerful means of reaching a broader audience? Even major networks are transitioning from cable television to online streaming platforms. BGK is a Christian online TV network that is ahead of the curve. We specialize in virtual broadcasting, allowing leaders to broadcast right from their homes while sitting in the comfort of their customized studios. And as if that wasn't enough, you can have our very own broadcast production for as low as $25 per week. Yes, I said it, $25 per week. Wouldn't you love to have your studio right in the comfort of your home? Well, call us at 877-386-6207 and become a broadcast partner with BGK Broadcast Network.
Hello, I am Evangelist Virginia Bowie, the host of the Cafe Freedom Chat Show that airs Mondays at 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock p.m. If you have an inspiring, transformative word that you want to share, why not consider becoming a part of the BGK Network family? You'll be a blessing and you'll be blessed.
Hi everyone, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. I am your host, Dr. Sonia Ricketts Stinson of the Dinner Table Conversations on BGK Network, our partners on the Rural Channel. And I thank you today for coming in. I thank you. Let me get some housekeeping out of the way. Listen, don't miss another show. Stop right now. Take that phone right now and go and download our mobile app. It's on every Google and Apple store. So stop right now. You never have to miss a show. Also, you can also go to YouTube at bgk.tv, and you can view any show that I have done and any of the other host shows. And so I don't want you to miss. And if you're looking, listen, we're a couple of days away from New Year's. You're looking to up-level your ministry, I need you to contact right now, bgknetwork.org, and talk to one of our producers about coming on our channel. It's great. Listen, today I want to talk to you about a tough year behind us, but an exciting year before us. A tough year behind us, but an exciting year before us. In 2 days of this broadcast, we will be what they call crossing over from 2021 to 2022. Did you hear me? In 2 days, we will be crossing over. There's already a great deal of New Year's celebration. Watch services have already been planned. New Year's Eve party have been planned. But you know what? We still have 2 days. And I need to remind you that we still have 2 days and anything could happen. I need to talk to you a bit. No doubt, from 2019 to 2021, it's been a difficult time. We've had to learn to adapt. We've had to learn some important lessons. We've had some important lessons thrown at us. And we are now looking to prepare for another year. with still the uncertainties of a pandemic called COVID-19. Continue to be relentless and adaptable with everything that we've had and willing to live in things and navigate through the many uncertainties that we have had to in the last 2 years. And I just want you to know that even with that, change is always and only a constant part of our life. And so as we look at 2021 and we prepare for 2022 in 2 days, change is a part of life, and life is uncertain and short. We have seen that over the last couple of years. Life is uncertain and it is short. 2021, we have experienced some highs and some lows. We've experienced some highs and some lows. That means that there's been some ups and some downs. But the new year is our annual reminder that it's time to reflect on the good, on the bad, as we prepare to move and prepare ourselves for the next or for what's coming. Let me say that again. This is a time in 2 days for us. It's an annual reminder every new year. It's an annual reminder for us to look and take a look back on our life, on the challenges, on the ups and on the downs, as we prepare ourselves to walk into a new year. Because I believe that our best is still in front of us. I'm going to say that again. I believe that our best is still in front of us. In spite of what has happened, well, over the last maybe 23 months, we have had some tough times. Life is steady evolving. Life is changing. Our tough times does not preclude life from moving. And so every new year, we have to also learn to move and set goals. So irrespective of what has happened, as you think about 2022, don't forget to celebrate your achievements, your big ones and your small ones. Celebrate your achievements, your big ones and your small ones. Make peace with 2021. Yes, I said that. Make peace with 2021 because you cannot go back to 2021 after December 31st, 2021 when the clock strikes 12 midnight. So right now, take time, as I say Happy New Year, make peace with 2021. Celebrate your achievements, the big ones and the small ones. Laugh about your failures. Yes, I'm going to say it again. Laugh about your failures. Laugh about some missed opportunities, but learn from your failures. As you go into it's okay to fail. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fail, but learn from those failures. Do not hold on to them. Bring them into 2022. Learn from them. Take the experience of your failures to propel you into your next. Reflect about what you've learned and how you have changed and how you have grown over the new year. These are some goal setting tips that I'm giving you. Reflect in these next 2 days on how you have grown, how you have changed, and what you have learned. Reflect on that. Free your mind from the grips of the difficulties of people's and hard situations that you have encountered this year. What do I mean by that? Free your mind. Don't allow the enemy to step in the new year with you. Free your mind from the grips of the difficult times, the difficult peoples, the difficult things that you have encountered. Don't allow and don't take that into the new year's 2022. Apologize if you realize that you have been a difficult person yourself. Let me say that again. Apologize to whoever you need to apologize to. If you realize that you have been a difficult person and begin to evaluate that difficulties, what is making you so difficult? Yeah, this is our hard talk today because we don't want to take what we've experienced, some of the hardships, some of the mistakes into 2022. Give up on blaming, regrets, and shame in this next year. You have nothing to be ashamed of. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fail, but we must learn from our failures. My topic today, again, is a tough year behind and an exciting year ahead. And so, if you want to make it an exciting year, these are some things that I'm encouraging you to do in order to take the next step. Be thankful and express gratitude to everyone who has made a difference in your life. Irrespective of anything, set these goals before the new year comes in. Call someone, thank someone, be grateful, show gratitude to everyone who has made a difference in your life in this year. We have 2 days left. Be thankful. Be thankful. The next step before moving ahead is to take time to know yourself better. You have 2 days. Who are you? Have you examined that self? This does not mean finding out your blood group or body weight or exam grades or other people's predictions about your future, but rather look deep inside of you. Discover your deep values. Discover who you are. Be unapologetic about who you are. You can answer these questions by knowing yourself. So the first thing that I want you to talk about, irrespective of what's going on, set some goals, reflect, make some preparations, plan, forgive, have gratitude, be thankful for those people who have touched your life. Be thankful that you have life. Know yourself. Know yourself. Number 2, as we go through a tough year, but begin to expect an exciting year. What are your deepest motivations? What has motivated you in this year that you want to take over to next year? What have you always wanted to do? This is about vision. What are you always wanted to do? And then what is holding you back from what you want to do? What are your real passions? Because it is time for you to level up. It is time for us to get up. Don't allow fear, procrastination, mediocrity to stop you from walking into your purpose and walking in your purpose. So find out what your passion is in 2022 and begin to act upon that passion. What drives you to action? What drives you to your decisions? What are the values you hold most dearly to you? These are things that you need to think about as you step in to 2022. What makes you really happy? What makes you really angry? Who are your biggest inspirations in life? And who are the people that you really just don't want to be around? And why? See, these are some things as you step into the new year, as you reflect on this tough year that we're coming out of 2021, and you are claiming that you're going to have an exciting year, but you cannot go into an exciting year unless you prepare and begin to think about what you're deeply motivated about, what your passion is, what you want to devote your life to, what causes you to take action and make decisions, what do you value dearly, what makes you really happy, and think about what makes you angry. Who's your big inspiration in life? Okay, so those are number 2. And one of the things I want to tell you is be unapologetic for who you are in 2022. Stop apologizing for who you are. There's no time like now to just be yourself when you can say you become whatever you want to is true. It is time to be yourself. And let me tell you something. There is no limit on you. You can be anything. You can change any course. You can be 30. You can be 40. You can be 50, you can be 60, and you can be 70, because age is just a number. You still have time. If you have breath in your body, you still have time to make some decisions. You have time to change some things. As the new year begins to close in 2 days, you have some time to change some things. So you're never too old to change. Life, as I said, is too short. Do you need to change some things? What do you not need to carry over from 2021 into 2022? What plans have you made for 2020 to 2022? Don't wait until April 2022 and say, well, I want to do this, I want to go. So, no, you should be making plans right now for 2022. I am Dr. Sonia Ricketts Stinson. I am your host of Dinner Table Conversations on the Rural Channel, hosted by our partners, BGK Network. Let me remind you, hey, I got my phone here. If you have not downloaded our mobile app, this little phone right here, go to the Google or Apple store right now and download BGK mobile app. That way you will not miss any of our shows, any of our wonderful presenters. And guess what? We have a YouTube channel. Remember to go to bgk.tv and you can see any and all of our broadcasts, including me, on those channels. If you need to get in touch with me, it is DRSANJA.com. That's my new website, www.DRSANJA.com. Or call me toll free at 866-200-9850. Now let's get back into, it's been a tough year, but an exciting year is ahead. What else do I want to share with you in this time? The key thing is that you can't be everything to everybody. Whatever it is that you choose to do, choose to make your choices and not what your parents or your family or anybody. You have to be true to yourself. So number 2, know yourself. Number 1, irrespective, set some goals for 2022. Set some goals. Make sure, if you're listening to me right now, take time. We have 2 days. 2 days. Set some goals. You don't have to have lofty goals, but set some goals. If you want to go back to school, set that goal to go back to school. And then make a plan and prepare. Now, here's one that I really want to share with you in my time with you. Make self-care a priority and not a privilege. Make self-care a priority and not a privilege. Looking after our own mental health has to come first. Looking after our own mental health has to come forward first. Because before we can support families and friends around us, we have to be healthy. You sometimes need to work on, me and you, work on our own mental health. Putting yourself as number 1 in your life. Take space when you need to, and say no is not a bad word, and make it a priority. What do I mean? Self-care we used to didn't talk about self-care, but today, as the world has been through 2 years of COVID, self-care is so very important. We have to take care. We have to rest. It's okay to take vacation. We have to drink plenty of water. We need to get exercise. Sometimes we just need to get away. Do not forget about your own mental health, because you are not the energizing bunny. You know that little pink thing that goes around and around? You must take care of yourself. And your mental health is so very important in this time and in this dispensation. So one of the things I want to remind you as we step into the new year, your own mental health, make it a priority. Self-care must be a priority in 2022. I'm working on some things myself. Well, although I do take care of myself, there's some other things that I'm going to be putting in place when it comes to self-care, okay? I also want you to be consistent. In order for you to have an exciting year, Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. You know, we make all types of resolutions in the world, but following through on the real work is the key. We are the byproduct of our action, not our goals. We can set lofty goals, but have you put those actions into place? We are the byproduct of our action. So if you want something to happen, you are the only one that can make it happen. In this new year, we're the byproduct of our action. So you can have a whole list of goals. But if you don't put action behind that, then they will be just that. They will be just lofty goals. They'll be just lofty goals. So if you want to start a new business, what are the plans for that? How are you going to put that in action? If you want to renovate a space, what are the plans for that? What do you need to save? If you want to travel, what are the plans for that? Start today and be consistent. Being consistent also with your mental health. Don't just say January. Every year we make these resolutions. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to join the health club. The health club they make so much money off of so many people because we join, and then by April, no one's coming. You go from January, February, March, you cannot get in it. But after that, you can. So be consistent. Exercising does not have to be something that's dreadful. You can exercise, make the byproduct of your action, say, I'm going to do it at least twice a week. Don't make a goal that you know you're not going to keep. Think about where you want to be the next 5 to 10 years, but be consistent because we are the byproduct of our actions. Setting goals is good. The next step that I want to talk to you as you step into this new year is to think about the future and exercise your imaginal muscles. Think about the kind of person you want to be, not just in the next 10 years, but this time next year. Because you can do it. It doesn't take that long. You can do it. Think about where you want to be this time next year. The future might be too far for you to think about, but 12 months is easy for you to think about. So don't take it out so far that you cannot imagine the future. Imagine your future, but take it in baby steps. It doesn't have to be 5 years and 10 years or even 3 years out. Maybe set a 12-month goal or set a 20-month goal, but set it and then begin to imagine your future. Think about your deep desires and your ambition. What do you want to accomplish in this next year? What would give you the most satisfaction? What do you need to change in order to accomplish that in this next year? Then finally, I just want you to decide the milestones or the checkpoints of how you're going to get there. Yes, I said the most difficult thing is putting in the milestones, the 1 year milestones. We can have all the ambitions we want, but let me make it very clear that we must have those milestones set in place. I like journaling. So if you have a journal, if you don't, just go out to the store and get a journal. Writing, we contain when we write, we contain 90% of the information when we write. Now, I notice a lot of these technologies, we have our phones and things like that. However, when you write it down, it weighs on you a lot more. The milestones will serve, therefore, as your checkpoints, which will measure your progress towards your long-term goals and ambition. So when you write those goals down and not just put them on your phone, but when you write them down, you tend to remember what you want to do. Make sure that you're clear about what you want to achieve within the short period of time. Set milestones. Here's where I want to be in 3 months. Here's where I want to be in 6 months. Here's where I want to be in 12 months. But I know what I do know is I don't want to be in the same position that I'm in, that I find myself in now. So that's why you have to set milestones, and that's why you have to set checkpoints. And so checkpoints are just that. They're check-in points. You can check in and see how you're doing. I also want to say to you that every coach needs a coach. As I tell my pastors, every pastor needs a pastor. This is the season where you need to get a coach. coach is different from a mentor. Just remember that. A coach is different from a mentor. A coach is to help you coach along. A coach doesn't stay with you always. So think about getting a coach if you need coaching in some areas. It's been a tough year, but there's an exciting year ahead. And I don't know about you, but I'm very excited about the year ahead. I want to remind you that you're listening again to BGK Network Dinner Table Conversations with Dr. Sonia Ricketts Stinson on the Rural Channel, hosted by me. And next year, I am so excited about. It has been a tough year for me. It's been a tough year, but it's been a good year. And there's so many exciting things that's coming down for me. As I said, I have an anthology project with 22 women from all over the world. I'm also writing a couple other books. We are getting ready to do some major things on this platform that you have not heard of, that you need to be sure that you download that mobile app so you never miss anything, because it's been a tough year. So here's some tips that I want to leave you. Set some goals. Just set some goals. Set some small goals. It's been a tough year. It's been a difficult year. Set some goals. Make self-care a priority. Make self-prayer a priority. Be unapologetic. Learn to be yourself. You are who you are. And finally, you're never too old. 30, 40, 60, 70. You're never too old to change. I want to thank you for listening. This is Dr. Sonia Stinson, your host of Dinner Table Conversations. I'll see you in the next year. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Matthew House comes from the scripture of Matthew 25 and 35. I was a stranger and you took me in. I was hungry and you fed me. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was in prison and you came to visit me. That's how we developed Matthew House. 3 African American men who had the compassion and the love of people, who are all veterans. My name is Dr. Sonia Ricketts Stinson, and I am the Executive Director and the CEO of Matthew House.
Right now we're in the common room, which is also named as the day room. This is where most of our clients eat during the daytime. This is where they can watch TV. This is where they can socialize.
Hi, my name is Kirsten Dickens. I work as a nurse practitioner and one of the providers at Heartland Alliance Health. So here, Heartland Alliance has a number of outreach sites around the city, so linkage agreements with certain sites where we take our typical outpatient clinic model and bring it in to specific outreach sites, Matthew House being one of them.
Or they can go and get their public entitlement benefits, or helping with a storage bid, supplying the blankets, or supplying the toiletries. Cleaning supplies is something we take for granted. Other things that we have to get done. There's building maintenance that we have to take care of. There's the supported service, that's the program staff, who have to definitely be here from 12 hours a day in order that the individuals are not in the heat and they're not in the cold. So we need your help. We need your financial support.
We need volunteers. You can go to our website at MatthewHouseChicago.org. There's a donation button, but most of all, we need funds. We need all that we can get to fix this building, because these people need a place to be.
And I'm glad I'm here, and I will continue to be here until I'm not here anymore.